Hello there, welcome to this month's HubSpot tip of the month. This month we're looking at how to manage all of your leads in HubSpot. So one of the biggest challenges that we hear when people come to us is that they might have a database of like a few hundred, a few thousand, tens of thousands of contacts, and essentially they're presented with this big list where they might have multiple contacts in their system, and they're just like, how the hell do we keep on top of all of these contacts? Because some of them are people that you might be clients, they might be prospects, they might be people you've done some networking with. There's a whole mixture of contacts in the system. And the question is, how do you manage them all? So HubSpot has recently introduced this concept of leads and leads management. So if we go to this section here, now if you go to contacts and then activity feed, this will take you to this section here. Now you do have to opt in. It's in a beta at the moment, but you can absolutely opt in via this product update section over here. And what this does is it opens up this screen for you to be able to go, all right, what can I focus on today, this week, this month, that I need to do as a salesperson? So firstly, it shows you any tasks that you've got upcoming. So any emails that you've got to do. It's telling me that I've got one task due today, or the rest I've caught up on. Let's just open that up again. And I've got some overdue tasks. So what I could do is focus on the task for today, or maybe play catch up with all of my overdue tasks. And then I've got some due later in the week as well, but at the start of next week. But that'll show up in next week's planning as well. The other one would show if you've got a professional level of HubSpot, it'll show you any contacts that are in what we call an automated sequence, any suggested activities. So someone's actually reached out and it's suggesting, hey, like you maybe should reach out to this person back. And there's also some leads which haven't been followed up with yet either. So I can just click on there and just go, hey, who are they? And what should I do with them? So once again, rather than fumbling around the system trying to find out who these new prospects are and where they might be at, I can just jump in here and just go, oh, great, well, they're a new contact. The next step is I've now reached out to this person. So I can go ahead and click that I have attempted to make contact with them. And they essentially go through this mini pipeline similar to what you would do with a full sales opportunity as well. I think that was one of the things that was always a struggle with HubSpot, was that you'd have to know to go to this section where you would go to the leads stage. If I go to my own record here, on the left-hand side here, you've got this lead status and lifecycle stage, okay? So most people didn't really know how to use that. So now we've got this nice little system now where we can just jump in and progress contacts across, which I think is great. The other thing we can do within the summary is I'm going to go to the section at, let me just find it again. If we go to leads, we can suck in new leads into the system. So it's actually in the feed section. So it is back at the lead section. So we go to action, pull in leads. It'll actually go into our system and say who's been marked as a lead. So sometimes you've got that through automation. Maybe people have filled out forms. Maybe you've scanned business cards, whatever it might be. Somewhere in your system, you're going to have a setting where someone who's added to the system is set up as a lead, and maybe you just haven't dealt with those leads yet. So let's have a look at how that happens. Okay, so I've just jumped to another screen quickly. So I've updated these in bulk, but essentially we've got these people here who have come into our system, and I've bulk set them up as a lifecycle lead. And what will happen now is that when I go back to this system and go to actions and then pull in leads, now I'm just going to refresh that. Okay, now I was showing you this screen. Now HubSpot has beat me to it, and it's actually gone and added a whole set of new leads that I've just created in the system. But bear in mind, if this leads is looking a little bit dry, just go to this area here, pull in leads, and then it'll pull in any leads that haven't been pulled into your system yet already. Yeah, that is the system. Like, it looks relatively straightforward, but I wouldn't say it's like very, very powerful. Helps you focus on exactly what you need to focus on if you're in more of a sales role or an initial outreach role, and especially if you have a set of leads coming into the system as well. I love the fact that we can set them up to filter via lead, marketing qualified lead, sales qualified lead, and maybe you just want to focus on the marketing qualified leads for a while, and then focus then on the leads to push them into an MQL status. So please check this out. It's pretty good. It's in the sales prospecting area under beta. And if you've opted in for it, once again, via the product update section, just search for leads, and it'll show you, if we go into here, it'll show you this here. And if you've got permission, you can jump into beta if you're not in there already. So enjoy, and we'll see you in next month's tip of the month. Thank you very much.